As we all know, Afghanistan and Pakistan make up one of the most complex foreign policy and security challenges we have. Subsequently, they're one of the largest recipients of U.S. foreign assistance. But even after the billions of dollars we've spent following the 9/11 attacks, I still have serious concerns about the administration's strategy for the region, about the effectiveness and efficiency of our aid programs, and about our partner government's alignment with our interests and values. As chairman of the Subcommittee on Asia and the Pacific, I'll focus my attention and my remarks on Pakistan, which presents a number of difficulties for our foreign assistance partnership. Conduct by the Pakistani government raises serious doubts about the country's trustworthiness as a partner for peace and change in the region, and too often they seem to do the bare minimum to keep the money flowing without committing to any real change. Today, I look forward to hearing from our administration witnesses about the value of our programs in the region and their strategies for meaningful and lasting improvements. One area of concern in Pakistan is foreign military financing, FMF. It's been a contentious topic in Congress recently, especially with the administration's recent attempt to subsidize with taxpayer dollars the sale of F-16s to Pakistan. Fortunately, an effort paused by the Senate. Many members of Congress, including me, seriously question the judgment and timing of such a sale. Additionally, India-Pakistan tensions remain elevated, and some question whether the F-16s could ultimately be used against India or other regional powers rather than the terrorists, as Pakistan has asserted. I would ask the panel to clarify the underlying purpose and timing of the intended sale, and how is it in the best interest of the United States. Despite giving Pakistan enormous amounts of counter-terror assistance over the years, over $25 billion since 9/11, terrorist organizations continue to operate with impunity in Pakistan. Pakistan has used terror as a tool of statecraft, and terrorist proxy groups for the Pakistani military have carried out fatal attacks inside India. The Pakistani Taliban is showing signs of unification. Pakistan argues that this may work to its advantage, but the United States maintains that this is detrimental to regional security efforts. This is just one example of how Pakistan's priorities and values regarding terrorist groups are seriously misaligned with our own. In another instance of our priorities not aligning, the Pakistanis are holding Dr. Afridi, who aided the United States in finding and eliminating bin Laden, on dubious charges. Like many of my colleagues, I'm deeply disappointed we've not been able to find a solution to his imprisonment. I look forward to hearing the panel's comments on these issues. USAID has prioritized health and education programs in Pakistan. An example of the challenges that exist was demonstrated just last week when the police escorts of healthcare workers distributing vaccines were killed. Afghanistan and Pakistan are the only places in the world with an ongoing polio endemic. And according to Pakistan's own press, upwards of 45% of Pakistanis are intellectually stunted due to malnutrition. While that number is distressing in and of itself, it also has the potential to add to the region's instability and should remain a top priority for our aid efforts. After spending billions in U.S. aid in Afghanistan and Pakistan, it's important to ask exactly how much leverage has our investment really bought us? Are we undermining our own security interests by supporting a military that props up terrorists? Have we bolstered the wrong leaders, complicating meaningful reform efforts? We've not always focused on this carrot approach to aid in Pakistan. In the 90s, we tried the stick approach with sanctions which were largely ineffective at curbing Pakistan's nuclear programs. But the stick approach after 9/11 did work, at least for a time, resulting in the capture of some notorious terrorists. I'm concerned that our current strategy lacks resolve and clarity, and as a result, taxpayer dollars are not being used in a way that furthers our national security interests and protects our citizens. I look to our panel's testimony and justification for both the nearly $2 billion in funding this year and the strategy for these relationships going forward, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you.